us turn our thoughts today to Martin Luther King and recognize that there are ties between us, all men and women living on the earth, ties of hope and love, of sister and brotherhood, that we are bound together in our desire to see the world become a place in which our children can grow free and strong. We are bound together by the task that stands before us and the road that lies ahead. We are bound, and we are bound. There is a feeling like the clenching of a fist. There is a hunger in the center of the chest. There is a passage through the darkness and the mist. And though the body sleeps, the heart will never rest. Shed a little light, oh Lord. Shed a little light, oh Lord. Oh, now. Just a little light, oh Lord. Standing on up, oh Lord. Yeah, now. Won't you shed a little light? Can't get no light from a dollar bill. Don't give me no light from a TV screen. No, no, no. Open my eyes, wanna drink my fill from the well on the hill. There's a feeling like the clenching of a fist. There is a hunger in the center of the chest. There is a passage through the darkness and the mist. And though the body sleeps, heart will never rest. Shed a little light, oh Lord. We can see light, oh Lord. Just a tiny. Stand on up, Lord. Won't you shed a little light? Shed a little light, oh Lord. Shed a little light, oh. Shed a little light, oh Lord. We can see light. Just a little light now. Stand it on up. Stand on up, Lord. Won't you shed a little light? Shed a little light, oh Lord. Won't you shed a little light? Won't you shed a little light?
Hello. There it is. Good morning, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Tucson. We're happy to see you here today for our unconventional flipped service. Very exciting. General announcements remind me to tell you that if it's your first time here, there's a welcome center in the hall across the way. And if you're first time here, we want to let you know that there is bathrooms. There's a gender non-specific, handicapped accessible right through this way, straight in the back. And there are men and women's bathrooms right through the lobby. The CDC has determined that COVID is endemic. Our congregation masked for a very long time, and now we are a mask-free environment unless you want to, and we support you in your health choices. We want to remind and encourage everyone to please be vaccinated with updated vaccines. There's a lot going around right now, and those vaccines can help us stay healthy. It protects our community, especially the most vulnerable, so we just kind of want to cheerlead to everybody to keep up taking care of you and taking care of us. As we move more deeply into this sacred place of worship, please be known that you, whoever you are welcome here. Whether you walked in, rolled in, skipped in, hopped in, or slowly paced yourself through those doors today, we welcome you. Whether you're on a great spiritual journey or wherever you are on that journey, whatever culture or ethnic background you claim, whomever you love, however you love, how you identify as a person, as a gender, and whatever you choose to express about yourself, it's welcome in this space. Everyone is truly welcome here. Good morning.
Good morning. If we haven't met, my name is Reverend Bethany Russell Lowe, and I have the great pleasure of serving as one of your ministers here, alongside Reverend Jamili Omar. Our words for a call to worship this morning come from Reverend Viola Abbott. She writes, "We are Unitarian Universalists. We lift up our core values. Some of us think of them as a form of theology, but they are more important to our collective than that. They do not tell us what we should believe. They tell us how we should be. They tell us how we should act in the larger world and with each other. We are brought here today by the fact that Unitarian Universalism has fallen short of the image that was presented to the world and to many of those who embrace this religion. But we are also brought here today by the truth that Unitarian Universalism has shifted course to move towards a place of wholeness, a place that perhaps has never existed for any denomination or us as a denomination. It has been a long and sometimes unforgiving road to today, but we are here today because we are mindful of the past and because we have hope for a future. We want the practice of this faith to be a fulfilling manifestation of its promise. So open your hearts, seek new ways of understanding, and come, let us worship together."
May we begin by, may we begin, so double checking, because we're a little new today. May we begin by singing. Would you please rise as you are able and sing One More Step with me? It's a nice lilting tune. If you feel so inclined, you can rock from side to side, or just sing along. The words will be on the screen. It's 168 in the gray hymnal. Just a little faster. 1, 2, 3, go. One more step, we will take one more step, till there is peace for us and everyone. We'll take a little faster. Red, 2, 3, go. One more word, we will say one more word, till every word is heard by everyone. We'll say one more word, one more prayer. is shed by everyone, we'll say one more prayer. One more song, we will sing one more song, till every song is sung by everyone. We'll sing one more song. Thank you. Please be seated.
As Watercolor mentioned, we are doing a flipped service this morning, which means that in a few moments, those of us who consider ourselves adults will head out to do some learning opportunities on topics related to racial justice and radical welcome. And the children, or those who consider themselves children, will be staying here and having a child youth-focused service together. So let me tell you a little bit more about what those of us who consider ourselves adults might expect. We have, and some things have shifted because there's been a chaos something hanging over this morning that is just infusing us with a little bit of fun. So things are shifting, but you have some opportunities. Steve Kranak in the yellow shirt here, Side with Love shirt here, will be leading a workshop, and here's the description. It's called Worthy Now, invites people on both sides of prison walls into beloved community. Come explore, and this is an opportunity to live out Unitarian Universalist values by connecting with an incarcerated UU pen pal. Quote, each of us is more than the worst thing we've ever done. That's Brian Stevenson and Just Mercy. So if you want to learn more about that program, maybe see how you might get connected to a Worthy Now Prison Ministry pen pal, join Steve. That's going to be in the Servetus room, all the way at the end of the courtyard on the left. And the other workshop this morning, if you're wanting to be in a learning mindset, the other workshop is Radical Welcome 101 with Reverend Jamili Omar and Mary Holly Allison, wherever she is. They're both back there together. Here's that description. Do you wonder how UUCT could be more welcoming and inclusive of BIPOC, that is Black, Indigenous, and people of color, or trans and gender non-binary, gender non-conforming folks, people with disabilities, people with other marginalized identities? Come join this workshop to learn simple ways you can create a more welcoming environment for people with historically marginalized identities. That's going to be in Goddard Hall, where we do social hour, just kitty corner across the patio. So those are the two learning mindsets. I want to explore something new. We also are going to open up caucus spaces for people with specific marginalized identities. The caucus spaces are only open if this is an identity that you claim. So there will be a group for trans, gender, non-binary folks. That's going to be in the awareness room, which is in the children's courtyard, the first one on the left. There will be a BIPOC caucus. That's going to have to be self-facilitated because things have shifted this morning. But we have the sheet there for you. That will be in the King room, also in the children's courtyard on the right somewhere. And we will have another self-facilitated caucus for people with disabilities in the Emerson room. That's where Grief Group often meets, at the end of the hallway in Goddard on the right just before you go into the courtyard. If you have questions about any of this, Reverend Jamili and some people who know where they're going around here will help you find the room, right? And you can see on there the names of those workshops and caucuses and where they are. So take note of what room you need to head to. And one thing is, because we are staying here, parents and guardians, if you do not want your child to be on camera, come see me before you head off, please. And we will make sure that happens. I just need to know that we can't have them on camera. So, if you are considering yourself an adult for this, pick one of these places to go to. Choose one. We'll do that. We're okay. And kids and youth, I need you to help me set up some carpet squares. You can bring the bean bags. We're going to do a circle in the front here. I know, it's okay. I just want to keep us moving.
There's a counting. Wow, that makes my voice really loud. Tell me, can you hear me if I don't use it? Is it okay, or do I need to use it for streaming? I need to use it for streaming. Okay, then I'll do my best. I was planning to have my hands free. Can I?
will try using the microphone. Thank you, Cynthia, for helping us out. And this book has some questions, like I say. So when I ask the questions, you're welcome to respond and give your own thoughts on the questions the book is asking. We all have skin. It comes in different colors. What color is your skin? When you look at it, what color is it? Pinkish tan? Pinkish white? What other colors do we have? Tan. Tannish pinkish, yeah. Any other colors you see? Blotchy red, that happens too. What other colors do we see? Skin colors. Brown, Great. We see different skin colors at the playground, at the grocery store, on TV, at church too. What skin colors do you see in the picture on the screen, if you can see that? How would you describe those skin colors? Some more tans, other shades of browns. Any other colors you see? White, yeah. Dark and light, different shades of different colors. Our friends have different skin tones. So do the people in our families. What about in your family? What skin colors are represented in your families? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. One of our dads has brown skin. Yeah. And we miss our dad. A lot of family. Yeah. That's a blessing. A lot of family is a blessing. Any other skin colors in your family or people you consider family? We'll move on. Our skin is beautiful, strong, and important, just the way it is. What do you love most about your skin? I love my freckles. I think my freckles are really fun. And do you love your freckles? Not so sure. Anything else you love about your skin? My skin protects me from the sun. Yeah, it protects the organs and everything else inside the bodies. I have a vitiligo on my skin, and it creates really fun shapes. You see the darker and the lighter spaces on my hands? It creates fun shapes. I like that. To Amelia's point, we get our color from something smart inside our bodies called melanin that protects our skin from the sun. You have melanin too. We all do, and everybody has just the right amount for them. The darker your skin, the more melanin you have. The lighter your skin, the less melanin you have. Melanin makes our skin many beautiful shades from dark to light. We may use color words to describe people like black and white. Sometimes we say people of color to talk about all the groups of people who aren't white. Anybody heard that phrase before? Maybe a few times. Our world has so many different groups of people, so there are lots of words we use. I'll read those words in a second, and then I want to know what words you use to describe you. The big words, the colorful words on the page are black, indigenous, white, Asian, Arab, Pacific Islander, African American, Latinx, biracial, and so many more. Did you hear any words that you used to describe yourself? Great. Good spelling names. Anybody hear any words they used to describe themselves? I describe myself as white. Good. Skin color can't tell you much about what people are like, what they know, what foods they think are yummy, what their favorite books are, or even where they were born. Just by looking at someone, we can't tell who they are on the inside, but sometimes people try to anyways. A long time ago, way before you were born, way before any of us were born, a group of white people made up an idea called race. They sorted people by skin color and said that white people were better, smarter, prettier, and that they deserve more than everybody else. But that just isn't true or fair at all. But it's a story that has been told for a long time. When people believe this untrue story about race, that's called racism. Is that a word anybody's heard before? Yeah. Racism is also the things that people do and the unfair rules they make about race so that white people get more power and are treated better than everybody else. Racism happens in lots of big and small ways. It's all around us, even if we don't always notice it. Racism can be a rule, like if somebody says only friends with white skin can play. Racism can be an idea, like thinking princesses only have blonde hair. And racism can be a way we've done things for a long time, like how there aren't as many books written about people of color. Racism can be on purpose, like calling a person of color a name because of their skin color. And racism can sometimes be by mistake, like if the same friend always has to play the bad guy. Racism hurts, and it's always unfair. That's why it's important to talk about it and do our part to make things better. All the time, even right now, people are working for racial justice by telling the truth, sharing feelings, by treating people the way they want to be treated, by saying, that's not right, by marching in protest, by singing songs that bring us together, by changing unfair rules, by teaching, helping, learning, and listening, and we can do it too. Can you think of ways that we can treat all people of all skin colors more fairly in our worlds? Yeah. Oh, include people of different friends of different skin colors in all the games. Be really attentive to who's left out. Yeah. What else can we do? Any ideas, adults? What can we do to be more fair to people of all skin colors? Yeah. By saying it out loud when we notice unfair things happening. Mm-hmm. 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 Everybody gets a chance, a turn, has a voice. Yeah. It'd be fun also to ask your adults what they learned about how they learned that we might treat all people more fairly, more kindly. Watercolor has an activity for us to do now.
Can I see those flames, Kendall? Flames, Kendall? So we asked you guys here today, and that's good. That's awesome. We asked you guys here today with a special little message in mind, because you guys are part of that fire, that kindling that makes our congregation really important. And we need literally a hand from you guys today. If you guys look at this, you guys have seen this up on the screen right before. Lily, could you do me a favor and write each of those words just big on one paper? So, yep. So let's start with pluralism. Do you guys remember what pluralism means? Pluralism. Anybody got an idea? A bunch of stuff and things together. Generosity. I know you guys know generosity. Generosity. What's to be generous, Rowan?
It means to share.
Anybody want to add anything to generosity?
It means to be kind a bit, also.
Yeah, be kind and share. Interdependence. That's a big one. Anybody know? That means we need each other. Equity. Anybody know equity?
Everybody's treated fairly.
That means everybody's treated fairly. Justice.
Justice, it's like going to a place where you really want to go.
I don't know about that. That's an interesting idea. I think justice means that there's a right that happens. Does that sound right? That we make sure things are fair and right. And transformation. Transformation? To change, Lily says. So all these words are big words, right? And they're all around. What's the word in the middle? Rowan, can you wait? What's the word in the middle? Love. Everybody? Love. The word in the middle is love. So all these things come together around love to make Unitarian Universalists, which is what our church is. So I noticed everybody didn't know what the words meant. And so we put them on a paper. And what we're asking from you guys today is that you give us a hand. So literally, we're going to take this paper over here. And you're going to choose some of these that you like. And you are going to take your hand on the paper and trace it. And we're going to cut it out. And then you're going to put a hand on what you think. We'll start with your first one. The first most important one is. And when you put your hand on the paper, you're showing us that you're here for it. You're here to make sure that we work together, that we are generous and kind, that we help each other. We depend on each other. If we need help, we ask. And if we see someone needs help, we help them. We're here to say that we want you guys to help us to make sure things are equal. So if you see someone that's not getting an equal share, you speak up. So equity. And that there's justice and fairness. Here, you guys are the youngest, so we need your help. And transformation means that together we turn into something bigger and better, a stronger community. So if everybody can find a word they like and raise your hand and write their name on it for us. We're going to use this to decorate to show everybody that we're all in agreement. Love. I see an equity. That's super love. That's great. All right. I see two loves. Can the two loves come pick a piece of paper? And I see a pluralism. Can you come choose a piece of paper? What color do you like? And I see equity and generosity here. Why did you choose equity? That's a really good one. And generosity. Why generosity? Yeah. You don't accept selfish
Okay, can we circle back up? And we can stand up this time because we're going to practice, I think, moving and singing together at the same time. After this verse, yes. As Juniper extinguishes, Watercolor has some words for us.
So we have bask in the warmth, the beauty of this flame. Can I see your sparks one more time? Sparks, flames, beautiful, so much warmth. So our closing today is we have basked in the warmth and beauty of this flame and this community. As the chalice flame is extinguished, let us carry its glow within. Can I see your hearts going within? Nice. Let us carry its glow within. Let us kindle new sparks within all these walls and beyond. Which is what we're going to do because we're going to go sing our song.